Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cantina Social Hour. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being here with us tonight on your Friday evening. What better way to spend Friday evening than talking toys with great company and having a good old time? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. How is it going, you guys? Did you have a good week? Did you miss Social Hour during that time? I'm sure you did. Thank you for being here, honestly. Awesome. So we have a great show for you as always. We got quite a bit to talk about. And we have a brand new guest making their Cantina Social Hour debut. So let's see who's in here, and then we'll go over what's going on tonight. All right. What is up, you guys? What is up? Flex, SW77, welcome to the Cantina. Thank you for joining us this evening. Grilled cheese, hello. Welcome to the Cantina. Paul, how's it going, Paul? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Pico Obi-Wan, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us as always. Adam, how's it going? Adam. Thank you for your comment on today's video. Happy Friday. Glad that you are with us. Britt, how's it going? Britt, good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Great to see you. Jacob, how are you doing? Good to see you, Jacob. Been a couple weeks since I've seen you, unless you were here and just not commenting, but thank you for being here nonetheless. July through November, how you doing? Jeff, how's it going? What's up? Toys Are the Way, how you doing? See you tomorrow, Toys Are the Way. Me and Toys Are the Way are going to be on the SWTVC podcast live stream tomorrow. It was supposed to be last Saturday, but it got delayed until this Saturday tomorrow. So we're both going to be on there talking TVC. Dark Phoenix. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Been a minute, Tony. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining, Tony, an OG going back to 2013. Trevor, how's it going, Trevor? How is it going? Dodgson, how's it going? Hello. I don't want to grow hut. How you doing? Awesome. So good little crowd forming, you guys. Thank you for joining us as always. Fitmatic, good to see you again. Watching and working from home. So which is it? Are you watching this or are you working? Because if you're working, then you shouldn't be watching this. Or if you're watching this, then you shouldn't be working. Definitely shouldn't be working. But either way, thank you for being here. Troy, how's it going? All right, you guys. So I once again, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. It's great to see you guys. Happy Friday. I'm just getting on spring break, so I am done with life with work for a little bit. Not with life, I'm done with work for a little bit. So I'm stoked. All right, so I have a brand new guest that's going to be joining us here momentarily, the first sister from the Rogue 5 podcast. So very, very, very excited. So I guess we shall go ahead and bring her in here. What do you say? Be nice. I know you guys are always nice to everybody we bring in, but it is the Cantina, so we'll have to be on our guard.
This is where the fun begins.
First sister, how's it going?
It's going great. How's it going with you?
Going very good. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. So welcome. It is your first time, so you are in here amongst the Cantinians, and I'm sure they're all excited to see you, and we'll have questions for you. So, again, welcome. Thanks for being here, and we should be having a pretty fun chat tonight, talking toys and talking some Star Wars.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Cool. Well, like I mentioned, this is your first time here in the Cantina, so tell us a little bit about you. Okay. I see this amazing display behind you with these awesome Star Wars collectibles. Tell us a little bit about what got you into all that. Yeah.
So I was always a collector. I get that from my grandmother. My grandmother was a major collector. She collected anything from, I was born in, I don't even want to say this out loud, in 1969. So she collected pennies from 1969, nickels, dimes, quarters, and had little jars all set up for me. She collected Hummels. She collected dolls, like Beatles dolls and Madame Alexander dolls, which were a big thing when I was a child. So I think I get my collector's spirit from her. I grew up in New York. I lived in the same house for 17 years, went to college, bought a house, and it moved around quite a bit. And I always wished that I had some of the toys that I had from my childhood. So once I got pretty much settled, it was time to start kind of filling those gaps that were missing. And it started with Star Wars stuff. The first thing that I bought for me, because my husband's a huge collector, is a Princess Leia that I had when I was a kid, the one where you can brush her hair and you can fix her buns and do all that stuff. And the boys on the Rogue 5 Cantina laugh at that every time I say it. Princess Leia and her buns. But like that, like when I got her, I just wanted to touch her hair and I wanted to smell her and get like all those feels back. And then all of a sudden, it was my husband's birthday. It was his 50th birthday. And I decided that I was going to restore his 79 Falcon that he had when he was a kid. And he wanted me to throw it out. He's like, that thing's trash. Just throw it out. So I was able to find stickers and just like all the stickers were off of it. There were parts missing. I spent a fortune on Macari trying to get the parts that were missing. I found the original Han Solo, which was the one that I decided to go for. And I restored it completely. And then after that, I was kind of like, you know what? I wonder if I could restore a 79 Falcon in a different way. So I had left my job and I was starting a new one, and I had that 2 weeks in between. So I called my 2 weeks notice project, and I completely repainted a 79 Falcon. Same thing, completely trashed. I had extra parts from his, which was cool. And I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. I was using something that's on my wall, which is a big thing from Hobby Lobby that shows a Millennium Falcon. So that's how I knew where to put the red and I knew how to put the gray. And who even knows if that's accurate, but it came out really great. And then good friends. I had a friend that was getting Maju cases. So he gave me his DTOFs, which was amazing. And then, gosh, I was pretty much Star Wars for years. And all of a sudden it was like, I'd see these little plastic $10 Marvel toys at Walmart, at Target. And I remember my brothers having like the Aquaman and the Supermans and all of that. So I got really heavy into collecting all that stuff because it just reminded me of childhood, and those were good times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. And there's a comment here about restoring your Falcon that maybe we all deserving of that kind of love. That's really cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It was cool. And he was just completely floored because I used to have to, do that thing on Facebook where you hide everything from him. And like packages would come and I'd be like smuggling them into the house and even trying to work on it because since the pandemic, he's been working from home a lot. So I would have these like brief moments where I knew he was upstairs teaching or something. And I'm like, all right, I could get a bunch of stuff done really quick. So, yeah.
Smuggling packages into the house. Very relatable. Nice. So that's great. So as of today, like, are you still actively, it sounds like you're still collecting a lot of
I am. So like I have a handful of hot toys. Those are behind me, behind this huge chair right here. And a lot of them were gifts, which is super cool. And then of course I had to buy the blurg and I had to buy the Mando with, everything. And then I always have like a bit of humor. So I have the Mando and the Grogu back there. And I bought those at my store. I work for Hobby Lobby. I'm a store manager. We have those balls that have like the little tiny food in them and stuff like that. So since he was carrying so much, I gave him like Subway, gave him all these extras. So I always like to do like my own kind of flair. But lately, I will say with Star Wars stuff, I'm big on the Gamorrean Guard. So anytime anything comes out, like the Legends bust, I had to pre-order that.
nice.
Someone sent me a repaint of a Gamorrean Guard, and I think he's behind me.
Awesome.
I already had the original one. So that's cool. But I've really also gotten probably further into Batman in the last couple of months than anything else.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. So it sounds like some of
Yes.
our interests are overlapping.
Exactly.
Yeah, and before we went live, you were saying like it's hard not to want to buy everything, especially when
It
you,
is.
because I mean, I have so many different things that I grew up with, the
That's right.
Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, and Jurassic Park, and
Right?
I still like, I don't buy everything, but I still dabble in some of those, different
Yes.
areas.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, it can be very challenging to be a collector, but
It is.
you gotta, we have to have our boundaries, of course.
Exactly. And I got my first Indiana Jones piece today. I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh my
cool.
goodness, what am I doing?" It's a Diamond Select. It's one that I always wanted, and it popped up on Amazon on sale, and I'm like, "That's it, I'm doing it." So, I
Nice.
have no idea where Indiana Jones is gonna fit in, but I'll find a spot.
Yeah, I never ask that question until after I've received the item. It's just,
Yes.
yeah, it's like, where's it gonna go? I don't know. That's tomorrow Victoria's problem. We'll figure it out later.
Exactly. You kinda sit there. Uh,
Yeah, so, with regards to Star Wars, because that's, like,
yeah.
my main collecting focus, and it looks
Mhm.
like it's your collecting focus
It
too.
is, for sure.
Um, what is it that really connected you with Star Wars?
Well, I grew up, obviously I was born in 1969, so I was the perfect age when A New Hope came out. And it just defined my childhood in so many ways. I went to a school that was across from the movie theater, and they even took us to see it. It was such a big thing. And I think at the very beginning, not everybody realized that. And then, a couple weeks in, it played for I don't even know how long. It started becoming such a huge thing. And the fact that we couldn't get toys. I mean, there was a lag. I don't know if they didn't realize that it was going to be such a big thing, or they decided, hey, we're going to make things come out in a couple months and not do it right away. Um, so when you see the movies, when you hear the music and you're my age, that just reminds you of childhood. It reminds you of great times. So I think that's the
Mhm.
biggest thing. I think that's probably, you collect what makes your heart happy. And those are the things that just remind me of a great time in life?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a
Mhm.
huge part of what it is that nostalgia, and, just
Yes.
having those childhood memories, and remember playing with these toys and watching this with,
Yes.
whoever in your family and friends, and just
Yeah.
kinda reliving that, and the way they keep coming out with content, like, it
Yes.
just keeps you in that world, right?
Yeah. And it's great, like, every now and then when you search, like, I'm sure everybody that does this on Macari or on eBay, or even you go to a thrift shop or something, and you see something that maybe isn't super popular right now, but was out then, a Star Wars thing, and you're like, "I totally forgot that existed," and it just brings up all those feelings all over again,
Yeah, for sure.
you know?
Yeah. Well, cool. I think a few more folks have popped into the show. So
Awesome.
I just want to say hello to them. Mary, how's it going? Great to see you as always. Hello, Pat's fan for Life 69. How's it
Hey,
going?
Ken.
And there is a question for you here. Since you mentioned Hobby Lobby, Dodgson is asking if Hobby
Right?
Lobby still carries Papo dinosaurs.
I don't know. I don't think so. To tell you the truth, I don't think so. But this is a time of year where we go through major resets. So we are getting like all new stuff. So we just had a huge, huge, huge relay over in Toys and Hobbies, which is where those would be located. So I would say within the coming weeks, you'll see all new stuff. That's just the way it is.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hello, Justin Welch. How are you doing?
Hi, Justin.
Wouldn't it be cool if Hobby Lobby sold the vintage collection?
Oh my gosh. Right? It's so bad because it is so hard to work there. Like today when I was leaving, everyone laughs at me because when the Star Wars stuff comes out, so we have like the one section in home decor, which is pretty much set and it's the same stuff for like a good 6 months. But then springtime comes and the spring shop has a ton of new stuff that comes in. And like I pretty much buy everything. Like everything. And the kids in the back in the stock room are like, boss, just want to let you know, we got a Darth Vader something. You need to check it out.
Oh my goodness.
It's great.
That is great.
It is.
Nice. So we have a few topics we want to talk about tonight. So let me go ahead and pull these up so we can get that going. So every week we basically cover any news that's going on with regards to toys, any Star Wars kind of news that's going on.
Right.
And there's a few things this week, right? And we also have new acquisitions that we'll get to at the very end of the show. So Cantinians, if there's anything that you guys want to tell us about that you got this week as well, you'll definitely be able to do that at that point. All right. So SWTVC March Madness is going on. As I noted earlier, I will be on the SWTVC live stream tomorrow. I'll be talking about the results. So March Madness, they're basically nailing down to one overall winning figure that will take the crown this year for March Madness. And we'll see what it is. There have been some upsets. I don't know if First Sister, you've been following this, but
no, I haven't.
yeah, there have been a few upsets this
Okay.
this year. So let me go and pull this up here and we'll take a look. But yeah, it's been pretty wild. Part of my computer's frozen, but hey, it's okay.
It's Friday. It's tired.
It is, and we are live. Anything can happen, so it's all good. We'll work through it. But yeah, while I do that, if anybody in the comments wants to share about anything that they noticed with this week's brackets, let me know what you thought of the outcomes there. Good old computer freezing up.
Oh no.
All right, it's fine.
So someone said it looks like the original trilogy has gotten destroyed in March Madness, and that's July through November. July through Nov.
Yeah, it's kind of been a lot of the original trilogy stuff has kind of been having a hard time.
And I wonder why that is. Is it just that there's a younger generation, or there's more of a younger generation than the OT people like me or the OG people like me,
Right. It's a really good question. I think there's several variables with this. I think part of it is, like it's I don't know if you were following Last Figure Standing, but this is what was happening. This was put on by a bunch of outlets back in December, November, and it was basically they were putting together voting for the Last Figure Standing, and it was the Tonica sisters that won.
Wow.
Which was amazing because
Yeah.
that's like my jam, the Tonica sisters. But they got eliminated pretty early on in March Madness. So
oh wow.
Yeah, I just think there's different variables. Like I think part of it is the audience. Like I think a lot of this March Madness kind of originated on Instagram with regards to the vintage collection. I think that's a big part of it. The audience is a little more, maybe skews a little bit to different content than maybe the other websites, did.
True. Yeah.
So I think that's a factor. I think also what makes this different is you have, when you look at it on your screen and you see, two different characters competing against each other, even though one may be like more direly needed in the toy line and the other one's more maybe like a newer character that's like, oh, I really like that character in that latest series, I want to see that, but now it's going against this other one that I know I need, and sometimes you might be more inclined to click on the new character.
Right.
So I think there's a variety of factors that are kind of contributing to it. But yeah, it's been a little rough on some of these original characters. All right, let's see here. So, yeah, I'm seeing some of the comments here. People are bummed out about their favorites losing out. So yeah, it's definitely a bummer. All right, I'm going to do something really quick. I will be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
You're in charge.
I'm in charge. So how's the weather today? It's pouring here in San Diego. Victoria lives maybe from where I am now, she's probably about 45 minutes south. And as I was driving home from her neck of the woods, I could just see the really dark clouds. So lots of rain here lately, but it could be worse, I guess. And what else can I tell you? So I have a crazy show. Virginia. Victoria mentioned it. Virginia's my best friend, by the way. It's called the Rogue 5 Cantina, and there's 4 of us, not 5 of us. The 5th person is the guest. And we air on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we just talk all Star Wars stuffs. Most of our focus is on, the same stuff we're talking about here, but we also have a very important thing to us, which is a work in progress thread. So we have a lot of people in our group who make their own Star Wars stuff. And not only Star Wars stuff, but a lot of 3D printers, a lot of people who do repaints. And that's the biggest focus, I think, of our show. We really enjoy seeing what they come up with every week. And some of it's absolutely crazy.
All right. I think we are good now. Good job. Good job.
Right?
I'm going to hire you on a permanent basis.
Just in case I'm on call.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Right.
I'm looking at everybody saying they love doing customs, and it's like it's so cool to live in this age where you can. It's so cool. There are things like 3D printers. It amazes me. It amazes me, all you guys who are able to do that, who have the patience to sand. I don't have that patience. I will take a toy that I got at the thrift store and I'll paint it 10 times. But my gosh, you guys are amazing creators who are able to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of amazing people in this community that
There are
just so talented.
Yes.
All right. So looking here at March Madness thus far. So voting began today for the latest round. And the latest round, features some tough ones, some tough choices here. For example, Moff Gideon and Anakin Jedi Knights, Jedi
tough.
Temple Guard and AT-AT Driver.
AT-AT Driver.
Yeah, I mean, some of these are just they're tough. They're tough. So I think there's a lot of variables that play that kind of affect, like, how people are going to vote for when it comes to these that are different from other types of contests that the community has. But so this is this latest round, and the links can be found directly through SWTVC if you go to their Instagram page, and then in their story or through the bio, there's a link there to the Google form that you can fill out.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you haven't voted yet, make sure that you hit them up and you get your vote in, and we'll see what happens with the results tomorrow.
That's so cool. Happens. I gotta check that out.
For sure. So Toys Are the Way mentioning that Farm Boy Luke is still killing it as usual, but I have a feeling he'll make it to the final battle. I think so. I mean, that's one that people have been asking for a long time in TVC. He hasn't been made. Like, they haven't done like a brand new Luke figure in like 20 years. So
right. So when they do this with the March Madness, do they decide at the end whoever wins, those are the figures they're going to make? I know nothing about this.
Yeah, so I mean, this is put on by the guys at SWTVC. So I mean, it's a fan thing, but they do get thousands of votes, and Hasbro does watch these things, right? So it's good data for them to have, for sure, if nothing else.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Well, I think that happened with Hot Toys. Everybody wanted Balin, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a really exciting one. And, we talked about it last week that, I was like, I was definitely one of them. Balin and Shin, like, needed those and we still need them in TVC. So hopefully, sooner rather than later they'll happen. But
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So next thing I do want to mention, because I did see a comment here and I forgot about it actually, was that I did release a new video today. So this is part of my TVC series. Trevor, thanks for the reminder. Um, top 5 figures that they will never make. Yeah, so this is kind of just like a, it's something that I have going on each, like a top 5 each week. It started
Yeah.
today, so basically it's 5 figures I don't think they're ever going to make, but that I would
Right.
love, love, love to see dream figures. But in the video, I go into reasons why they probably won't happen. So if you guys, want to check that out, it is up on the channel now. Be sure you comment in that video as well what your top 5 like dream figures are that you don't think they'll ever make, because there's, unfortunately, there are some of those that exist.
Right.
Nice, very nice. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next topic here. So this one was an exciting one. It actually, I just found out a little bit about it before we went live. So I do collect like the Hasbro Ghostbusters line, not 100%, but like all the retro stuff I definitely pick up. And then I kind of pick and choose with like some of the other lines that they do, like Plasma series.
Right.
But this one is a really cool thing to learn, that they're going to be announcing some more product. This comes directly from Ghostbusters News, who pulled this from WonderCon's website. So there's actually a
Oh,
panel
cool.
here, and it mentions here that Hasbro will be making some product announcements, including with regards to Ghostbusters. So that's super exciting, because this is a line that they've kind of neglected. Now we have the new
Yeah.
movie coming out, right? But it's been, since the last movie, it's kind of really been neglected. So it's nice that they
Right.
sprinkled in some new retro figures, but it definitely needs a little bit more.
Agreed. Agreed. I was at my local comic shop, which is Comics and More. They're kind of all over San Diego. And they had some of like the older figures, and it was all I could do to not buy the Janine, obviously, and some of the other ones to go with my collection. I'm not super huge fan, just my personal taste to go with what I have with the new stuff that's out in Target right now. But I totally get it that people love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those that just like,
Yeah,
it gets you in the feels, right? It's
it
like,
totally does.
yeah, so here's hoping they continue the retro line, because I definitely want to see that expand. And yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of the Janine character, like that's one that they did not include in this latest wave of retro figures.
Right?
They did the 4, main Ghostbusters, which is great. I love that
Right?
they did that, but where in the heck's Janine? Like she should be in that wave. Like she was in the Kenner line.
Exactly.
So
I
what
think I may
gives?
have to get her tomorrow. I've been thinking about it ever since. I'm like, I need to get her.
Yeah, good old eBay.
My comic shop hopefully still has it. We'll see.
It was a fun one too, because I remember like you'd press on, I don't remember if it was her legs or her arm, but like her bangs would like flip up.
Yes.
Yeah, she was great. Like I don't understand why they didn't put her in the wave.
I don't get it either.
It's
Because
these kind
it's
of things
like,
that, ugh.
do they not think women collect maybe or as much? I don't know. I never understand that.
Yeah, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think some of these companies rely like on market data, but a lot of it's
Yeah.
outdated. I think Mattel's like
True.
a greater offender with this kind of stuff than Hasbro generally is, but
100%. Yeah.
which is interesting because Mattel makes Barbie, but go
Right.
figure, right?
Right.
But yeah, so no, this is cool. Hopefully there's some new stuff announced, and it's stuff we've been waiting for, I hope.
Oh, good. Yes.
Well, cool. Let's see here. So we have, what else do we got here? Oh, this is a cool one. Did you guys see this? I just found out about this today too. Thanks to Entertainment Earth, Street Sharks are making a comeback. What? This is cool. I never had Street. I don't know about you, First Sister, but I never had these back when they made them originally. I always saw them on TV, and I was like,
Right.
I want one of those. I want one of those. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a million toys, but this is just one that I never ended up having. But which is fine. But I'm just saying, just in case my
Right.
mom's watching, it's okay. But Yeah, I think this is really cool. Like I'm really tempted to get in on these now that they're coming back.
Yeah,
Maybe even just one of them because I always wondered like what's it like to like hold one in your hand and to kind of
right? It
experience it.
always starts with one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, every collection starts
Just one.
with one.
That's all I'm getting.
Yeah. No, this is cool. I like when they do this. Like they did this last year or like year 2 years ago with
Yeah,
the Boglins, right? Boglins were came back and I still have it sitting here on my desk. I got the Boglin right there.
that's funny.
Um yeah, they're so fun.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
it is. But it's cool they're doing it Street Sharks. I hope they do other things too, like bring back some of the vintage Polly Pockets and some of the vintage
Oh, yeah.
Mighty Max. Like that would be awesome if they brought some of those originals back. I'd love to see that.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, my mom's watching. She just texted me. I guess I got to start looking for Street Sharks now.
Easter basket.
Sorry, mom. um, yeah, no, these are cool. These are cool. So there's that design. So it is $74.99 if you buy the set. Case of 3, it gets you all 3. It gets you that. I don't even know what their names are. Jab, I guess is this one's name. This one's kind of creepy looking. Hammerhead shark.
Oh, wow.
Like I'm not familiar enough with the line to know if these are like all 100% like the original like
Yeah.
figures. This one's name is Slash.
Ah,
And then I recognize this one for sure. Ripster is his name, I guess. I recognize that one because I remember from the commercials back then.
how funny.
But yeah, this is cool. I hope they bring back more things and from the past. Not that I need to buy more things,
Right.
but to at least appreciate them from afar.
Exactly.
Afar.
That's what I always said about turtles, and now I have 7
Nice.
somehow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So who's going to be picking those up? Let me know in the comments here if you're planning to pick up some of these Street Sharks. That's cool. That's
It
cool
is.
news. So there was a comment I noticed here about Pico B1's asking how to find your show. And actually, we did link it in the description.
Oh,
So
that's right. Yes.
so that is there. If you want to click on that, you'll go straight to the YouTube channels. And there's 2 YouTube
Mhm.
channels, correct?
Yes, there's mine, which is horrendous. I'm working on it. That was my New Year's resolution, and I'm trying to work on it. I work a lot, so the fact that I even have the show Sunday, Hobby Lobby is closed. It is a given. I will always be there, except for the one that I missed when my dad passed away. But I am trying to create more content for my own channel. I do have a room tour up there. The room tour is maybe 2 months old and it's already my room has changed. So but I got like 13,000 views on it, which was pretty awesome.
Nice. Very
So
cool.
hopefully I can continue, the trajectory upward and just I think I kind of make it a little too hard on myself. I overthink that I've got to have this fabulous content. And honestly, you really don't. You just need to have the desire to do it. You need to be yourself to create content. You need to just put out whatever it is that, you're passionate about. And I tell people this all the time who come into our show and they ask the panel, what should we do? I'm thinking about streaming. I'm thinking about doing a show. What should I do? And it's whatever makes you happy. And I need to just follow my own advice.
Nice. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty good advice. Yeah. I mean,
It's true though, right?
it is. I mean, content creation is hard.
It is.
For me, I have to be inspired to want to like do a video. Like I can't, I mean, years ago, like I used to be on a schedule like, okay, 3 videos a week and I would do it.
Yeah.
But I was so
Yeah.
worn out and I wasn't necessarily like enjoying it after a while.
Yeah.
It was just like doing a video for the sake of doing a video. But like
Right.
now when I do a video, it's like because I really want to do it. And like I feel like inspired to do it. But it's just like I can't just say, oh, this month I'm gonna make, 3 videos,
Yeah.
which I should be doing that, right? But like when I feel and lately I have been feeling it. I think I've been putting out
Yeah.
some pretty decent stuff, but
And I
you
think
really
like
need to feel it.
when you have those moments where you feel it, like I know for me that happens. I will do like 2 or 3 and like have them waiting, because I know my life and I know my work schedule and my commute and
Yeah.
everything else. And I know that it can't be, like clockwork, which is what they suggest, do your Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do it at the same time. You're going to have subscribers who are going to want to watch at the same time all the time. And that's hard. It just really is hard. And I give
Yeah.
you a lot of credit. You've been doing this a long time. I don't know how you do it.
It's fun. It's fun.
Hmm.
I think, I mean, I'm sure there'll come a day where I don't do it anymore, but while
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying it, I mean, I think what keeps me going is really the interactions I have with people.
Yes.
Getting to have meet new people, and going to the conventions, and
Yeah.
interviewing like some of the toy companies. Like that's what keeps me going, just keeping me interested, and
Yep.
because there's a lot in there, right? And like doing the live stream, I love doing the live stream because I get to meet new people like you, and have
Yay.
fun conversations like this.
Yep.
So yeah, it can be challenging, but it's definitely rewarding too.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, so we have some Star Wars reveals that kind of came out of nowhere, kind of, sort of. I mean, we knew that Hasbro was going to be doing pre-orders because that had come out through some of the retailers, right? But
Hmm.
we didn't have specifics until this week. And basically, it turns out that this is Imperial March, I guess. So Imperial focused reveals. So these images here come courtesy of banthaskull.com, our friends at
Oh,
banthaskull.com.
yeah, I saw these.
And yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what is in these images. These are official images from Hasbro here. So there's a few different things. So we knew about the pipelined vintage collection Captain Enoch and Thrawn's and Night Troopers pack, but
Hmm.
we're getting a look at the packaging here,
Hmm.
and it looks cool.
It does.
These packs, they're army builders, right? And they've done several of them so
Exactly.
far.
That's what I was going to say. Troop building. This is so easy. They make it so easy. I think it's genius.
Yeah, it's a cool
Hmm.
format for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and yeah, I mean, if I'd prefer characters like Captain Enoch on a single card, because then you call out his name and you have the
Yes.
carded image and all that. But
Right.
if it's either getting him this way or not at all, then obviously we'll take this.
Right.
Yeah, these look cool. These look really
They
cool.
do.
I love the way they did these.
Hmm. Agreed. Agreed.
Awesome.
Agreed. Love them.
Yeah, it's just I mean, the way they incorporated like the straps and
Oh, yeah.
the gilded pieces and all that, like it's
Yep.
just, and the photography here, just like I love how they gave him the zombie poses.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is one of our pals, Matt Cohen, who's the photographer for Hasbro that did these pictures and did a really good job with them. Yeah, that's
Wow.
fun.
Mine be falling over all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, mine too. This is
Falling
where the
like dominoes.
yeah, no, this is where the packaging would say some poses require hand support.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, these are cool.
Yeah, they
The
are.
price on this set, they did go for pre-order yesterday. The price on this set is $74.99. Or no,
Okay.
sorry, $54.99.
Okay.
So not horrible for 4 super articulated figures.
That's what I
Uh,
expected.
yeah, and it is on for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse, Amazon, and later I guess it'll be available on DisneyStore.com, which I don't know many people that go through DisneyStore.com to get this kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
in addition to that, they showed us pictures of the brand new Darth Vader for the vintage collection. And this is a great one too, because this is based on A New Hope, the very
Yep.
original card, Darth Vader, which was released previously in the vintage collection back in like 2010, 2011, somewhere in that time frame. But this is a brand new sculpt, brand new figure, has a brand new number for the numerical designation. Couple concerns I had with this one were that the lenses didn't appear to be red like they were in the film.
Oh.
And the lightsaber hilt is incorrect. I'm one of those like nerds that hyper focuses on these little details. The lightsaber hilt is
That's
based
why
on
that
The
was
Empire
fun.
Strikes Back and Rogue One, and not A New Hope, which nobody
Interesting.
else, 99% of people aren't going to notice that, but of course I
Right.
am. But today, Steve Evans from Hasbro confirmed that actually it does have red lenses. It's just the in these prototype images. It didn't appear, or the camera didn't pick it up, but it does have like a very slight like red tint to the lenses, which is
Oh, good.
great.
Yeah.
I think the lightsaber is still going to be wrong, though, unfortunately. Can't win them all. Can't win them
Right.
all. I mean, this figure is based on the one they did a couple of years ago, which is like the definitive, like best ever Darth Vader figure.
Oh, yeah.
So shortcomings aside, like it's based on that fantastic definitive sculpt. So this is a really
Oh,
exciting one to
yeah.
get on the
The
A
details
New Hope
amazing.
card. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you get the two interchangeable hands.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. I would say, I mean, any other complaints, maybe the helmet is
Right.
it's tricky because the helmet looks fabulous, but if you think back to A New Hope, like he didn't have like the really glossy helmet. He had kind of like the more dull, like,
Yes.
battle worn kind of sort of look.
Right.
So if I'm nitpicking, then I would mention that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what collectors do. We nitpick everything, right? But hey, it's what kind of a hobby would it be if we didn't do that?
Exactly. It makes life interesting.
Yeah. But yeah,
It
no, I mean
does.
this is cool. So it's nice that he's finally revealed. And another thing
Yeah.
they did is the classic on the upper right, that classic Luke and Leia Hildebrand logo.
Yes.
It was covered up before by the warning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so for years it
Right.
was covered up partly by the warning. So now they've moved it to the bottom of the card, so it's not
Oh,
obscuring
yeah.
the logo. Yeah.
So much better.
So it'd be
And the
better if it wasn't there
canner.
at all, but hey,
Right.
in today's world, they have to have
They
they have
do.
to have that on there legally.
I
So
blame it on Tide Pods.
yeah, blame it on all kinds of things, I guess. In addition to that, they had pipelined the stormtroopers coming back. This
Oh my
isn't a brand new figure.
gosh.
This did come out a couple of years ago as a Walmart exclusive, but now it has the logo fully revealed because again, they moved the warning sign. So if you're a carded collector like I am, you're gonna have to add this in your collection too, because it is now a variant because they fixed it or improved it
Oh
at least.
yeah, huh? I
So
open everything. Open it all. That's me.
yeah, I'm one when it comes to TVC, I'm one to open, one to keep package. It's the only line I do that with because of how awesome the packaging is, but everything else I just open it.
Yeah, this packaging's beautiful. I can see my husband's starting to put some on his wall in his collection room. These would look killer. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
I need a lot of these. A lot.
Yeah, these are cool. But other than that, it's the same exact figure from before. Nothing new about it whatsoever. Hopefully the paint maybe is a little better in the lenses, but other than that, it's the same thing. So these, of course, are $16.99.
Nice.
The thing that is $74.99 though is this Black Series pack. So this is based on Jedi Fallen Order, and it comes with Second Sister, and it comes with Cal Kestis
Nice.
and Purge Trooper.
Nice.
So this one here, I think this one did go for pre-order as well. This is an Amazon exclusive.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really pick up too many Black Series, so I'm not going to be getting this one.
Yeah.
But it's still cool to see the
It looks
figures,
great.
and I'm glad they're still
Yeah.
giving Fallen Order
Yes.
some figures because that's obviously it was a wildly popular game, so that's cool to see.
Absolutely. Wow, that looks great.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this figure we've had before.
Yeah.
But she was very challenging to find, and I think nowadays she's a little pricier. So
Yeah.
So those
Very
are
cool.
the vintage collection reveals. That's all that they revealed this week. And presumably Imperial March may be continuing, and there might be some other Imperial themed products to pre-order too.
Very cool.
And I just want to mention, it is worth noting that if you want to get this Vader and the Stormtrooper, they appear to be part of a previously pre-orderable case of figures that includes R2-D2 and Captain Rex and a couple other characters. So I already had it on pre-order, it turned out, so I didn't need to buy any more figures. Thank goodness. But that was kind of interesting that, they were already, I had pre-ordered them, I just didn't know about it, basically.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah. So what do you guys think here in the comments about these reveals? Did you pre-order them as well? Dodgson's excited. Stormtroopers
Right.
returning. Yeah, because the last time it was a Walmart exclusive, so now it's just a general release that's included in this case pack. Very cool. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah,
I've been
Fedmedic
like,
says
you would think it would be so easy to just go buy stormtroopers, and it is not at all. Someone has a comment about, adding them to their TANF. That's exactly what I need to do. So I need to order quite a few.
yeah, the 10 of E4 playset, it's a cool thing.
Yep.
But yeah, this is gonna be the Vader to have in there for sure.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Me too. Fatmatic says there's a Hasbro live stream next Wednesday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, awesome. So I'll definitely be tuning into that.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor pre-ordered the Night Trooper pack. Pico B1 pre-ordered all 3.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't want to miss out. I mean, classics like Vader and Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I mean, don't wait too long on those because those are
because you think they're going to be so easy to find, and they just aren't. So when you see them, jump on them, especially if you need multiples, like troop building and everything else. You gotta jump on it.
Yeah, I mean, especially like these characters that speak to everybody, or like every Star Wars fan and collector knows Darth Vader and Stormtrooper, so they see them on the shelf, they're going to pick them up, right? So they will be popular for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mary says she ordered them all. Cool. Awesome.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yay.
All right. Well, let's see. What else do we got? What else do we got in here? Let's take a look.
So much. Someone was asking about the clearance at Hoblob. That's what I call it, the Hoblob. So right now is when the clearance is going on. It's not right after Christmas because we're all doing inventory, but right now is where we change out all of our products. So it's a really good time to shop. There's a lot of red tags.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that is good to know. I ordered 2 of the Night Trooper 4 packs because the 3 of those zombie stormtroopers just ain't gonna be enough. I needed at least 2.
Yeah.
And I would have bought more, but
right. There's so many things to buy.
It's like you gotta limit yourself, but it's like this.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
Every time.
It's true. It's true. And it's like the minute I order something, I'm not even kidding you. Like someone's watching or something. And then all of a sudden the next day, something else comes out. I'm like, oh, please give me a minute to recover.
Yeah. All right. So the Bad Batch.
Yes.
Now, you told me something I had zero clue about before we went live here. And I'm like, how did I miss this? Like, I legitimately don't know how I didn't notice this. But you said there were 2 episodes this week and not 1. I'm a bad fan.
A lot of people missed it. And I don't know. So I watch everything after the fact. My work schedule is all over the place. I worked like 13 hours yesterday. So that's an example. So I usually catch up maybe 1, sometimes 2, 3 episodes at a time. And I heard people talking about it. I don't mind the spoiler sites. I watch it all. And, it was like a back and forth. There were 2 episodes. No, there was 1. No, there were 2. And sure enough, I looked, there were 2.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like
I know it's random. It's so random. But I think if we go back and we look at that schedule that they did for us, that it was probably on there, because when I think about it, I think it was probably on there. I just can't remember for sure.
Yeah, I'd assume it probably was. So one episode's called Infiltration. It says the Bad Batch reunites with an ally in need. And the other one's called Extraction. As enemies close in, the Batch must evacuate a stronghold. So that's the one I missed, that second one.
Yes.
So I know what I'm doing once we get done here tonight.
Right. What I have to say with like this season of the Bad Batch, I think if you've never watched it, it's you can just like pick up there and you'll figure bits and pieces out, but it's entertaining enough. They've done such a great job with it. And I will say after every episode, like when it ends, I'm like, wait, like tell me more. It's over. What's going on here, you know? So I've been loving
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for the episode I missed, obviously, but
it.
yeah, this season's been pretty solid. Like honestly,
Yeah.
it far exceeds like the previous 2 seasons, like
Yeah.
and not just this in terms of story, but in terms of the aesthetic and the sound
Yep.
design and the music. Like
Yep.
it's really
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah. I think that they upped everything just in general, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm content with where things have been going so far.
Me too.
It's it's when you think about like those first episodes of season 1 and where it is now, like it's just like night and day. Things have really
It's
changed a
true.
lot. The dynamic between the main characters is different.
Yep.
There's more background
That's right.
um, to the characters. There's more story unfolding. There's more tie-ins
Yes.
to other aspects of the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
All great stuff, right? That's what you need in like to really innovate a Star Wars series, I feel like, and I
I
think they're doing a
agree.
really good job going in that
And I know
direction.
they're talking about this being the last. Like this is it.
Uh,
So do you think they'll ever do a live action?
I mean, that's hard to say. Like,
Right?
I think it'd be cool,
It
but
would be. Yeah.
yeah, it'd be interesting how they would adapt like these characters to live action. That I have a hard time like
Right?
mentally picturing.
Yeah, the voices. I think like the biggest thing is the voices, the way they speak. You know, having
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone or someone speak like Hunter does or whatever it is, you know. It's just it's so odd to me and I think that's the biggest gripe that I have with it is, you know, the kind of they're clones so they should sound that way, but I still get challenged with that, you know.
yeah, for sure. No, I really been enjoying. I say this every week, but
Yeah,
we need more figures from the series. Like, really,
we do. We do.
the vintage collection, especially. Like, we only have Hunter. We've
Yeah.
had Hunter for the last year, but I don't even put him on the shelf because where am I going to put him? He needs his
Put them with
brothers, right?
who? Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's weird that they haven't done that because they've invested, you know, time and everything else, and they know that they have fans. Everybody's loving this. So why haven't they done that? Or do we just not know that something's coming out? Which is a possibility.
yeah, definitely a possibility. What I struggle with is, we got that Hunter figure
Yeah.
a year ago
Yep.
after he was announced, probably 6 to 8 months before he came out, right?
Right?
So it's like if they announce it on Wednesday's stream, we're
Yeah.
still not going to see those other figures till the end of the year.
Christmas. Christmas
Yeah,
time.
and
Yep.
it's like by then the show's over and
Right.
we moved on to Skeleton Crew, whatever the next thing is.
Right. That's like
Um,
old school. How they did it with A New Hope 6 to 8 months later,
I
you
know,
know.
right? Yeah. I guess
It's
it
so
worked out for
true.
New Hope, but
Right?
when you have all these different series like coming in like clockwork, it's like, that's you have that window to capitalize, right? To
That's
bring
right.
these products
That's
out. And if
right.
you're missing that, then it's really unfortunate.
It's so true. And I think that's hard for them. There's got to be that perfect balance cuz like I work next door to a Ross and like, you know, I'm big on watching the toy hunters. I absolutely love it and I watch many and everyone goes to Ross. So I go there like I'm just like I need a break so I just walk over and I walk through Ross and I look and I'm seeing like all the young Jedi stuff over there. And I remember being at Comic Con and seeing the Young Jedi stuff when they just like, you know, released an announcement or announced it. And it was so cool. But like, has Disney really done much to kind of, you know, keep that going and keep the interest going with the Young Jedi? And I think that's a shame because you can pick up some really great Young Jedi things so cheap at Ross right now. It's a shame.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's hoping we get more Clone Force 99 characters, figures, and
Yes.
yeah, we will
Just
see.
all of them in that picture. We'll take one of each.
I know. Like, yeah, basically just make everybody in this picture and we'll probably be
Yeah,
okay.
that's it. We're good. Yep,
Yeah. It worked for Black Series, all right. So
exactly. It's so true.
cool. Anything else you want to add on the Bad Batch here?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay. All right, so we will move on then to our next little part here. So basically, we're going to talk about weekly droid update. So everybody that's watching knows that I do this annoyingly. Sorry, but yeah. So I got really into and I think we're going to talk about something that you have in a little bit, but
Yes.
I got really into the builded droids at Droid Depot at Galaxy's Edge when I went last October. My family had come to visit, so we went to Disneyland, and I built a droid for the first time, but then I got hooked. So, and then I met a bounty hunter, and then he goes to Galaxy's Edge, and he executes these bounties on my behalf.
Yay!
And yeah, so he sends me stuff, right? So I have been making some tweaks on a droid I showed previously.
Oh, cute.
And yeah, so I mean, every week I kind of been showing, what I've been doing to change or new ones that I've been adding. But and I want to make sure I get the name correct on this one because I have different names. So this one here is RO8D5. 8, not 85, but 8D5.
Cute.
And this is him right here.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. And this is basically like I kind of made some modifications here because these legs and this dome came on the one that I built at Galaxy's Edge that time.
Oh,
but
okay.
I started moving parts around, like amongst my other droids that you can kind of see over my shoulder, like right here in here.
Yep.
And so I put the RO dome on top of this one's body.
That's cool.
And I give him the I think it's the Resistance personality chip, the navy colored one. So he has like this kind of like, I don't know, like this really, it's kind of like a lackadaisical kind of like sounding like personality, but he's fun.
He's cool.
Yeah, and I just liked the way that making this change, because I put the clear dome that was on here on the one I showed last week.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just like the way that the white like RO dome looks like on here. The white middle leg and black legs.
That is cool. So I bought one like him on Macari because I wanted R5 and I couldn't like find what I needed. And at the time I had just started my new job, so I didn't have any time to go to Disney. And I think it was black. I think it was entirely black and maybe yellow. I think I have him behind me. I do. And so I'm not done with him yet, but I did a repaint on him.
That is awesome.
So, and it's been tough. He's still taped off on one side. He's still taped off here. But I've been working on him to try to get him done. I still have to figure out an antenna of some kind. But he's not 100%. He's not exactly what he should look like.
Yeah, that's great.
And before, this guy came out, they had another droid. I don't remember his name, but he was blue and yellow. And I was like hell-bent. At the time, there was only a Lego available. And I really, really wanted to do a repaint on him. So I painted the blue and yellow guy. I think it was blue, mostly dark blue. And I did this guy.
Oh, it looks fabulous.
Right. I was so proud of myself. I mean, I don't mean to like brag, but like I had no idea I could do this stuff at all until I tried.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. Like the weathering that you did on it just looks really realistic.
The weathering is the most fun. It's so forgiving. I mean, I watch a YouTube channel. Everybody does that. You watch YouTube, you go on, you look, and it's Cosplay Chris. And basically he shows you how to weather and you're like, really, I got to do that. And you just put this black paint everywhere and then wipe it off and the magic happens. So Fearless.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And yeah, I mean, YouTube is the way to do it, right? For anything you need to do that you've never done. Like
Right.
today, I replaced the shift knob on my car, like on the shifter, and I
Nice.
watched a YouTube video first before I did it. I'm like, okay, I got this, and I did it. So
Oh man, I
thank
needed
you,
you for
YouTube.
spark plugs last week. That's cool though.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, these droids are a lot of fun. Like, I mean, and it's like you said earlier, it always starts with one, but like it
Yes.
doesn't quite end at one. It
Well, the
keeps
same thing with lightsabers. Everyone who builds a lightsaber, it's the same thing. They go back and it's time after time, you know? And
I
I
haven't done
totally
that
get
yet.
that. I
Yeah, I
haven't
haven't done
either.
that
I'm
one
trying to
yet,
stay
but
away.
yeah, yeah. One day, one day.
One day. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, the R5D4 looks great. Like I'm
Thank
in the
you.
process of figuring out how to do it myself. Like I got the dome because they're selling like salvage parts there, and the
Yes.
bounty hunter like sent me
And they're
one.
like, what, $15? I got this one,
Yep, same
which I'm
one.
like
That's the one.
trying not to put it over there. And then I still don't have a chopper. But then I was thinking, what a cool display for if you don't have a lot of space. Just like if you love droids like I do, just line them up on a shelf until you're ready to do something with them or whatever. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think they're cool.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. I did see an antenna. I think I might have like a photo of who made it or something, so I'll send that to you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Um, but yeah, no, I definitely I like how you did the red panels on the back. Like that's
Right?
nice touch for sure.
It was fun.
Um, but yeah, I may have to hit you up for suggestions when I start working on it on my own.
Absolutely. I love this stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see here. We're going to go into new acquisitions, things that we have added to the collection recently this week.
Yes.
So I know we were talking earlier about the droid dome, but is there
Yep.
anything else that you've added to your collection?
Yes. Let me see. All right. So I have, and this was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Hasbro. I'm a huge fan of creatures and droids. So I got this guy, I don't know, a couple years ago, and he stands probably 12 inches tall. He's amazing, right?
Yeah.
I love the Gamorrean Guard. All right. So then, right, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had a friend from one of our Facebook groups pop up and say, "Hey, I have another one." And someone did a total repaint.
Wow, that's incredible.
Is that not incredible? So let me show you both of them together.
Wow.
It's insane. Just look at that.
Man, the talent that people have to like customize these
Right?
things.
So I'm really excited. And I have them with, you probably saw on Instagram, I have them with Harley Quinn and the Joker and Batman. And they're kind of looking at them like, what are you doing in our Star Wars neighborhood? But, you know, that's part of the humor with my collection. I mix things up. I do whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a hammerhead that's in that back there as well?
So that one's cool over here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So for Christmas last year, I have a friend who does a lot of customizing. And you will see if you follow me. My husband is a progressive metal keyboard player. So he's got like this big long beard. He works for Roland. So my friend Joel made this guy
Oh, wow.
for Christmas. So that's my husband Scott with his beard. And he's kind of Max Reboot him.
That's
And
cool.
then he made oops. He made me out of a Barbie. Oh, I'll just hold her.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm a huge fan of the Cantina band. You can see the Cantina band over
Yes.
there. Those are nothing special. Those are the Star Wars Collector Series that was out probably, I guess, in the
Walmart.
90s. Yeah. And I have quite a few, and I love the applause stuff, you know. To me, it's not all about Hot Toys at all.
Yeah. There's a lot of
know?
great stuff that's been
There
done over
is.
even older stuff. Yeah, I have those too. The Cantina band. So I remember
Yes.
that well. That was
And
the
then I
collector series in the 90s.
yes, I have
And
so many of them.
I remember going with I think my mom and maybe my grandmother were there when we found them. And
Yeah.
we back when they did layaway, like we put them on layaway and then
Yes.
just did like payments on them until we could pick up the whole set and bring those home.
It's just so funny because some of them were so bad. Like, don't get the Luke. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Luke Leahan, they're not great. I would probably get them anyway just because. But like the Cantina band, they're just great. They're a little shiny, the paint's a little off. I did spray them to matte them a little bit to get kind of the shine off. Um, but yeah, I think they're great. And again, I'm not picky. I'm not picky like my husband. Everything has to be perfect in his world, and it has to be, true to this and true to that. And if it makes me happy and it's at a garage sale or even in someone's trash can and I happen to be walking by, I'm going to pick it up. It just doesn't matter that much to me. Or maybe it does matter, because it's something that I love.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Well, for me,
Yeah.
I do have a few things that did come in this week.
Let's see.
So I'll start with this one here because it's not Star Wars related, but so there have been these there have been these Ninja Turtle retro figures at Target.
Yes.
And they've, Playmates has been releasing these for years now. They started
Yeah.
like back in like 2009 or 2010 with the 25th anniversary collection. And like since the last like 5 years or so, they've been re-releasing them, re-releasing them, I guess, because it's the third time.
Right.
And but now they're issuing some of like the more obscure, not obscure, but non-main characters, like
Okay.
re-releasing those. So I picked up this Mondo Gecko figure
Oh, that's
from Target.
cool.
It was actually one that had to get online because I couldn't find it in store. So they put a
Yes.
nice, lovely sticker on it for whatever
That
reason.
happened to another friend of mine. It's like, that's awesome though.
Yeah. And no, it's cool. Yeah, it's a cool. And I had this one as a kid, so I had to pick it up
Aw.
again, of course. This one was something I got like a really good deal on. That's the only reason I picked it up. And I was in Japan last year, and I
Yes.
saw this there, but I didn't pick it up. But now it went like on like really like deep discount on one of the Japanese stores that I buy from called Amion,
Yeah.
which I visited their store a couple times. But I got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Obi-Wan from SH Figure Arts.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
so
that's something I haven't gotten into. I mean, I love them, but I have not bought my first one.
yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
Back in like 2017, like they were on top of their game, and
Yeah.
Black Series was still kind of coming into its own.
Yeah.
And like Figure Arts was like the way to go 100%. But I think now it's really balanced out. Like Black Series is just kind of lit. Like now they're at that level.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty content with most of those releases when I buy Black Series,
Right.
which isn't often.
Right. Oh my
Um,
gosh, I have so many Black Series. I don't know. Let me show you. I think I have one right here. So what do you do with your Black Series? And you work at Hobby Lobby. You buy a shadow box. I'm not even kidding you. And I have a bunch of these because I put them in the back of my D-Toss because I can't stand seeing the wall. Yeah.
that is
I
really
have
cool.
too many.
That's a great way to display them, though.
Right.
And the last thing that I got, and this is the most exciting one because this just came in today. I had no idea it even shipped until yesterday. I got the notification.
I love
But I
that.
got a case of the latest wave of the vintage collection.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll pull
Nice.
these up. Yeah, so it is the online exclusive set. So Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store,
Yeah.
Amazon, Hasbro Pulse. So Phase 2 Clone Trooper is in here.
Ooh, nice.
And here's the back. I like how they're doing the backs of these now.
Yes.
I've got Finn from The Force Awakens.
Oh, that's cool. That's one that I collect the Jack's Pacific line, and I don't have Finn yet, and I need to get one.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I love them.
And then Cassian Andor.
Nice. They did a great job on that one.
Yeah, they did. And then the last one, the best for last, of course, we got Count Dooku.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, this is an exciting one for sure. Very, very
Wow.
exciting. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the
latest
packaging's
wave.
great.
It is. So I got a case of those. So that
Yeah,
means that it's two sets of the figures. So of course, one to keep carded, one to open up.
right.
Unfortunately, all of them had like some form of like damage on them. Like
Mm,
some of the cards are like bent or the bubbles are
yeah,
dinged up. So I already talked to Entertainment Earth, and I'm going to send some of them back to get them swapped out. But
yeah,
yeah, the openers, it's no big deal. I'm going to open them anyway. So
great.
yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that, especially this Count Dooku figures. This is one that's been a long time coming.
That's awesome. I love new stuff. It's like those things that kind of get us through the day, get us through the week, get us through the month, you know?
Yeah.
We have that conversation when I come home at night because Scott's still working at home. He does travel quite a bit, but not as much as he used to. And, I come home and we watch YouTube. We catch up with all of our friends' shows, or we catch up with Bad Batch, or we talk about like the toys we want or the projects Star Wars related always that we're working on. And I'm like, thank God for this. Thank God for this because it just like resets me,
Yeah.
for the next day. And it's awesome.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome for sure.
it's true.
Yeah. And I mean it's really important to have that outlet to like
You
kind of
need
just
it.
decompress and
Yep.
you know, restore your energy.
That's right. Just clear the brain.
Totally. Yeah, so those are my acquisitions. What did you guys get this week? Let me know. I see one here. Thematic says that he snagged his second SH Figure Art Sith Trooper. Very cool.
Nice.
That's one I never picked up, but I may go back at some point and get it. I don't know why, just because. I mean,
Yeah.
why not finish them off?
Right? That's me. I'm a
um,
completionist.
yeah. So I mean, usually there's something, right? Not every
Right.
single week, but usually there's something to share. And
Mm-hmm.
that is it for this week. Thankfully, there's no. Oh no, wait, I'm wrong. No, there. Okay, so no, I talked about. I thought that was it. It is that is it. But I did talk about these last week, but I did want to share because I was able to finally open them up between the last stream
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
this.
yeah. I remember you saying you were going to open them on the weekend.
Yeah, so I have just go jump over to my Instagram real quick. So I did open up the Hot Toys Obi-Wan
Ugh.
Kenobi Darth Vader. And I got a couple lightsabers and put them on, on the studio table, and for lighting, and
Yes.
snapped a few pictures. And yeah, this is a this is a great figure. I love this figure.
I think we are getting it, unless my husband already got it. He had something on pre-order.
It, I since 2016. That's when I bought my first hot toy in 2016. Actually, my husband got
Right?
it for Christmas
Yeah.
that year. It was the New Hope Princess Leia, in the white
Oh,
gown.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
ever since then, that's been my favorite figure. But then this one comes in, I'm like, I think this
Uh-huh.
one's my favorite now. Like
Unseated.
he's just incredible. Like he is
Right?
awesome.
Yeah. He looks
And
great.
yeah, so I mean, there's a few variations of this one. I picked up the deluxe, so he has the helmeted head, and
Mm-hmm.
then he has the that's not damaged. Then he has this
Right.
damaged version too, and he's got the movable eyes. You can kind of make him look around.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, no, it's an awesome. It's like the definitive like Vader Hot Toys figure.
Oh,
So
so
it's
nice. So nice.
interchangeable chest box as well, so that he's got the damaged one and the undamaged one. So just
Nice.
if you want just a regular Darth Vader, you
Yeah.
can do that with the deluxe version. You
Right.
just swap those parts. But if you want this version on display, which is very dynamic looking, then you could do that too. So it's great that we have those options.
Oh, yeah. Looks so good.
Toys Are the Way says snag some more Dark Troopers on sale on Amazon and Target. Yeah, because those went really cheap. They went to like $10 or
They
something.
did.
Yeah, it's nuts. I also opened up the Padme Amidala.
Oh, she's beautiful. I saw so many people complaining that her clothes are too baggy and all this nonsense. She is perfect. They did such a good job. I think
They
everyone's
did.
been
I
really
mean,
nitpicky.
Yeah, I saw that too, and it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have an for a statue, sure, I would agree with you, but this is an
Yeah.
articulated figure,
Correct.
right? You have to
If
be
you
able
wanna
to.
bend and do all of that, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
She's great.
trade-off of having an articulated action figure.
That's right.
But yeah, no, this is one of those, this happens with Hot Toys sometimes where, you'll see the pictures and what you get
Yeah.
is what you see in the pictures, but this is one that looks way better in person. Like
Oh,
even I
nice.
tried my best to capture it, but I
Yeah.
still couldn't. Like in person, she looks so much better.
I feel like with the women, they do a better profile than they do a straight on. And I don't know why, except for Fennec. I think Fennec is beyond perfection.
Yeah, Fennec is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this one I'm very happy with this one.
Yeah. She's great. She
Yeah,
really is.
yeah, and both of these went straight into the DTOF. So I have those same cases you do.
Yeah.
Um, and they're perfect for this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, she's great. I was very content with this
She
one.
is. I agree with you.
Very, very, very happy with her.
Nice.
And I hope we get an episode 1 version 2, like, because that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Or however many they want to make, I'll buy them all. So.
Exactly. We'll take them all. It's okay.
Yeah. And I know I shared this one, I think, over the past weekend.
Yes.
So this is an older one I went back and bought
Yep.
because this was out back in 2009.
Uh-huh.
And I just never got around to getting it at the time because, I mean, it was a different era and, I wasn't collecting.
Right.
I wasn't collecting like all the vehicles at the time.
Right.
But this one was one that I always had my eye on. And finally I was in a position to go back and pick it up. So I'm glad I did because it's not anything I'm going to be able to display because, all the bases are loaded, so to speak. But
Yes.
it's one of those that I'll hold on to for the time that I am able to display it, and then I'll put it out there.
Nice.
But yeah, this is a cool one. This is the Bad Batch era too. I mean, this is when the Empire was created and the Republic was it was transitioning into Empire, and they were still using some of those vehicles. So it wasn't in the films, it wasn't in any of the comics or shows or anything. But I mean, it's clearly the Imperial ARC 170 fighter. So
wow,
it's even got the Death Star in the background. So it's definitely
I see that. That's cool.
Yeah. So off screen during the Bad Batch is what I like to think about.
Yes, those things are so cool.
Yeah. So that was yeah. And now I'm done. That was it.
I am done now.
Yeah. All right. So as we move towards our final segment here, if there's any questions that you guys have lingering that you would like to ask, definitely throw those our way.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to mention, once again about the TVC series. So this is the going to be running for the next month. So this is the video from today. These figures will never happen. There's 5 dream figures that I honestly don't think will ever happen, but I outlined the reasons why I'd love for them to happen.
Right.
And no, the Tonica sisters are not in this video. I had a couple of people ask me, did you talk about them? Like, no, I have every faith that those are going to happen eventually. And if you're tuning into Social Hour here, I'll let you in on what the next one is. The next one's going to be 5 vehicles that need to be brought back into TVC from the past. So will that ARC 170 I just showed you guys be on that list? I don't know. You'll have to watch to find out next Friday.
Nice.
And I do want to mention as well, so I will not be streaming next Friday nor the Friday after that because, well, like I mentioned earlier, spring break, vacation time, and I'll be having things going on. So we'll be off for the next couple of weeks, but you will have these videos publishing on those Fridays instead. So there still will be content. It just won't be the usual stream until the week after that. We will be back first week of April.
Yay.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, first, is there anything else that you wanted to mention or topics you wanted to touch on?
I don't think so. We covered a lot, and I appreciate you letting me talk about my show. Again, you saw all the stuff that I painted, and I at least referred to it if you didn't see it. And the work in progress was a segment on our show that really means a lot to me. So if you're a creator, We would love to just have you on. We're always looking for guests, and we have one of our guys whose name is Brett, and I forget what they call him Brett the Hitman now. I think he's doing a live stream where people just jump on and they just create things all the time. So
Nice.
that's not related to my show, but he is one of our hosts, and it's just been so fun to watch. So I would love to have you guys all kind of come and see us Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm from New York, so I get this all mixed up. 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. And we're nothing serious at all. We have a great community, and everyone just comes and has a really good time. So please come and visit us. And we would love to have you, Victoria. We would just love to have you
Yeah,
as a guest. No
I
pressure,
thank you.
but you would probably have fun.
Absolutely. No, yeah, sign me up.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, very cool. Um, I mean, thank you immensely again for coming on, for hanging out with me for
Anytime
this.
at all.
For sure. And one more time for those that maybe weren't here at the beginning, where
Yes.
can our viewers, those who are still with us, go to look you up on the internet?
Yeah. So on Instagram, it's Jedi_Niner. I've always been called J9 because people never knew how to spell my name, which is Janine. So when I was trying to figure out what my Instagram name was going to be, it was Jedi Niner made sense. On the Rogue 5 Cantina, they always call me the first sister. So in chat, I show up as kind of both of those things. We have a YouTube show on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, called the Rogue 5 Cantina. We have a YouTube group, the Rogue 5 Cantina, and that's where everybody posts their work in progress. We have like a pinned post, and everyone posts their work in progress. And the work in progress is not something that is meant to be at all intimidating. So we do have people who make like, a 4-foot long Y-wing. But we also have people who are like, you know what? I got this new G-top. I got this brand new shelf, and this is my work in progress. I'm reorganizing my room and stuff like that. So we would love to have you join us anytime at all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Well, no, thanks again for coming on. It's been a blast. And
It has been.
yeah, to everybody else who's been tuning in with us here in the Cantina, thank you very much. We appreciate you spending your Friday night with us and hanging out,
Yes.
talking toys, talking Star Wars. And yeah, no matter where you're tuning in from out in the galaxy, thank you for tuning into Cantina Social Hour. We will see you next time. Be well, be safe. May the force be with you. Take care.
Bye.